Hello? Anne? Are you here? Anne?
Oh, Commander. Yes, I'm sorry. Just... This is hard.
Of course. Are you all right?
Yes. No. I don't know. My father and I didn't leave things in a great state.
An argument?
Yes. It was trivial. A disagreement on how to file some of the specimens. I was mad about something else. I don't remember what. I took it out on him. So stupid.
It's all right. I can come back.
No, please. I'm okay. Seeing all this again? He was so obsessed. Crazy sometimes.
I didn't get a chance to know him.
Oh, sometimes I felt the same way. He was a great man. A pioneer. But he could be distant. I felt like an inconvenience growing up.
You sound angry.
I was angry. Still am, I guess. But sometimes, he was so full of stories, he nearly burst. I loved that about him. It's why I signed up for this work. I can't believe he's gone.
We'll figure this out.
We have to. I need to know what's on the other end of that artifact. What he died for.
We need your help. You're our last chance.
You're right. Let me dig into my father's work to see what I can find.
Anne, you sure you're up for this?
Yes. When Leviathan took control of me, I remember being somewhere cold and dark. But my father taught me to never be afraid of the dark.
I'm still amazed your father got his hands on a piece of a Reaper.
He was so excited. Your claims validated years of work.
Did you take appropriate steps to prevent indoctrination?
Of course. It was completely shielded, and we all had regular psych evals. But now, thanks to the artifact, I'm indoctrinated anyway, aren't I? Might as well be a Arachnite drone waiting for orders from the Queen.
Well, it doesn't seem quite that bad yet.
You studied the Arachnite?
I wrote my dissertation on them. My father thought it was a waste of time, but now, it might actually help us understand Leviathan.
In what way?
We think of the Arachnite as telepathic, but there's really no such thing. At short range, the Queen uses pheromones to give orders. At long range, she uses an organic kind of quantum entanglement communicator. Whatever Leviathan does must be similar, entangling particles to stimulate neural activity. It uses the artifact to establish a connection, and then it controls the mind of anyone near it.
That seems like an unlikely thing to evolve, but apparently it did.
Hey, Loco. Need a hand?
James, what the hell is he doing here?
What brings you down here, James?
Heard you're closing in on the Reaper killer. Anything that can scare those bastards has to be worth a look.
That's what I'm hoping.
Commander, you see this thing? This is great! Ouch! Hey, Edie. Husk bites, they don't turn you into a husk or anything, right?
I recommend you apply Metagel.
Hey, if nobody claims this thing, we could take it with us. You know, for research or... I don't know, whatever.
Right. You can actually take it with you. But I don't want it. This thing is horrible. Can you imagine trying to sleep with that thing sitting on your desk? Besides, it'll scare the hamster. And that is not a hypothetical. It will scare the hamster. Which is admittedly funny, but still. I do not want that thing in my quarters.
We didn't detect any energy emissions from the artifact.
But the Reapers were able to use the artifact to trace Leviathan somehow.
My theory is that most of the time, the artifact simply acts as a receiver. We'll only be able to trace Leviathan through it when it actively takes control of someone.
As it did on the asteroid.
Right. Unless it needs something, Leviathan doesn't bother communicating. I guess it and my father had something in common.
You said Leviathan's control was similar to a quantum entanglement communicator, which is untraceable.
Yes, but this isn't a natural QEC. Leviathan has to send a pulse through the artifact to alter your mind and create the quasi-QEC effect.
And that can be traced.
Right. Just like at the dig site. The Reapers were tracing the signal by activating the artifact. My father wanted to be at that dig site. He was getting too old for long digs, but he hated being stuck in the lab. He nearly missed my graduation because he was on a dig. Showed up still wearing his field gear. God. He'd have hated dying here.
Anne, I know this is hard, but if there's anything more you can tell us.
I don't think there's anything more I can tell you. But maybe I can show you.
What are you saying?
The artifact only sends out a signal when Leviathan's controlling someone. So let it control me. You could trace the signal.
You mean let it take you over? That's too dangerous.
It's my call, not yours. You said I'm your last chance to find this thing.
We have no idea what will happen.
If we wait, the Reapers will get to Leviathan first. I'm the only one here who's spent enough time with it to do this. You're looking for something to fight the Reapers, Commander. I'm looking for the monster that murdered my father.
We still don't know what we're looking for.
Then let's find out.
Commander, this thing we're doing with Anne sounds dangerous as hell.
Agreed.
Noted. Edie?
Energy signature locked in, waiting for activation.
You sure about this?
Yes. I'm sure.
I'm gonna be right here.
Okay. I'm ready.
James, drop the containment shield.
Shield is dropped.
Artifact online.
Anything?
Nothing yet. Wait. There's something. I feel a chill.
Edie?
No trace yet.
Holy hell!
Signal is tracking. Maintain connection.
Turn back. The darkness can't be breached.
Yo!
Maintain connection.
Listen to me. I found you, and the Reapers are right behind me.
You have brought them.
You are a threat.
So are you. I've seen what you can do. The war needs you.
There is no war. There is only the harvest.
Edie, do we have enough?
Partial lock. Maintain connection to narrow the search.
You heard her. We got enough. I'm hitting the shield.
Do it.
Man.
Anne. Anne, are you all right?
Yes. I think so.
Did we get anything?
Yes, but it will take some time to search. Coordinates sent to the Normandy.
Good. It's a start.
Commander, I sense something else. Anger.
It knows we're getting close.
I think it wants to kill you.
Come on. Let's get you some help.
Okay. Now, if you use that renegade interrupt there, you will extend the period she remains connected to the artifact and further narrow down the location so you don't have to scan as many systems. And you'll get several opportunities to do that. Do it too often and Anne Bryson will die, which I think is a rather high price for avoiding a few scanning actions. Particularly because I would scan the systems anyway. After all, I want to know what's there. There might still be war assets or things of that sort. It's apparently in Sigurd's cradle. And there are a number of new systems here, where we need to scan for Leviathan. Lenol, Mill, and Psi Tophet. Let's start with Lenol.
I found something.
Laconix. Laconix is far enough from its F-class star that its temperatures are almost tolerable to sapient life, but its extremely thin atmosphere makes it almost as hostile as a vacuum. As such, the planet was uninhabited. Mining drones, piloted from orbital stations, would brave the high gravity to extract iridium, osmium, and other valuable heavy metals. The Reapers did not overlook Laconix in their sweep of the system, and the orbital stations are now destroyed. Let's see if Leviathan is hiding here. And the answer is no. Search unsuccessful. Scans of the planet's surface show no evidence of Leviathan's energy signature. Continue your search.
No sign of Leviathan at these coordinates.
Something else here, a Triginta Petra. A low-density planet in comparison to Earth, Triginta Petra is also drier, with wide land masses that are largely desert. Its dextrochirality native life has yet to make it out of the oceans, primarily producing cyanobacteria, which provide a limited amount of oxygen in the atmosphere. A handful of Turians colonized the planet and attempted to introduce land plants. Their chief hurdle was the lack of good topsoil, which required imports and sophisticated farming practices to overcome. The farmer's maximum on Triginta Petra was, if you can last 5 seasons, you officially know what you're doing. Preliminary scans of Triginta Petra suggest that the Reapers judged its population too low to harvest and struck its colonies with kinetic impactors. They then moved on, trusting that the destruction of the food supply's main arteries would finish off the inhabitants of such a biota-poor world. That wasn't very nice of them. What am I saying? The Reapers are never very nice. And we found dextro rations. That's not so strange considering the description of the planet. And there's nothing else here, which means no fuel depot.
Jump successful.
And there's in fact no fuel depot in any of these 3 systems, which makes our job somewhat more difficult.
Signal confirmed.
Chelkos is notable for being one of the few garden worlds in the Milky Way that is also part of a binary planet system. Both it and its heavenly twins, Solvos, are in a stable orbit with one another in addition to orbiting the star Mill. Chelkos' greenhouse gases led to a hotter climate than Earth, and the solar eclipse caused by Solvos, while common, are not frequent enough to be a good solar shade. This did not prevent the colony from springing up, largely Asari and their varying species of mates. It was far from an idyllic settlement. Like many Terminus worlds, it was rife with farmers growing psychoactive substances, armed gangs, and with genetic engineering that would be illegal in Council space. But aside from the maddening heat and photo period, it was quite inhabitable. The Reapers turned Chalcos to rubble. Emergency broadcasts caught in the light cone coming from the planet indicate that the Reapers used ground forces to invade and spent little time harvesting. As they departed, the Reapers bombarded the planet from orbit either because they needed to reinforce another front quickly or had gathered the data on genetic engineering they needed. Okay. And we found a husk neural map for some reason. We are, however, still looking for... Why aren't there Reapers here? Malassi, a silicaceous asteroid. Malassi is rich in olivine and pyroxene. The Asari colonizing Chalcos set up habitats on Malassi mostly to oversee large-scale project in which smaller asteroids would be flown to Chalcos. There, the olivine would be recovered and used in sequestering the planet's carbon dioxide. As with many Asari projects, this was expected to take decades or centuries before generating an appreciable effect on the planet's climate. The station here has been bombarded by the Reapers. The effect on the integrity of the asteroid is unknown, but it does not appear to be breaking apart just yet. Well, that would be a good thing if we have to board it, if Leviathan turns out to be here. Which it appears it is not.
No sign of Leviathan at these coordinates.
That leaves only one system.
I found something.
2181 Despoina. This planet was only spotted recently by human space probes, and no records indicated it has been explored since. Scans indicate it is covered in an ocean of liquid water and has a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere. It is highly likely to have at least some photosynthetic life. A virtually unexplored world. Could it be our hiding place for Leviathan? Search successful. Scans reveal a faint trace of Leviathan's energy signature. Closer examination required for confirmation.
These coordinates match our trace of Leviathan.
Well, let's go and look for it. I am taking Tali again. For a particular reason. And James. That's fine. That's fine. And that is equally fine. 5 points for James. Either fortification or incendiary ammo is an option. Recharge speed for shields or increased power damage and force. Incendiary ammo is ammo capacity or headshot damage. I think I'll go for the power damage and force on fortification. Tali has 4 points now. Can either put that in defense drone or wait another level so they can upgrade either sabotage or combat drone. Let's see what these do. Duration or attack range. I think I'll wait. I'd rather upgrade Chik-Chika than the defense drone, which is limited in its uses.
Cortez, what's the status on the probe we launched?
Tracking it now, Commander. I've confirmed that Leviathan's signal originates from this planet. Heard how, Anne helped us locate it. It's pretty spooky stuff.
Never seen anything like it. Can't imagine what's waiting for us down there.
A Reaper killer. That's what Bryson's task force was calling it. Doesn't look like it wants to be found.
It doesn't have a choice. We're here.
Sure, but now what? Let's suppose it is a Reaper. Is that the kind of help we want?
Nobody says we have to be friends with it. But if this thing has the rest of the Reapers worried, then we need its help.
Commander, new readings from the probe. It's narrowed down Leviathan's location. You're not gonna like it.
Let's hear it.
There's nothing but ocean. I show a concentration of structures floating on the surface, but the probe's giving us a signal below that. Way below.
Underwater?
Looks that way. The shuttle should still be able to reach it.
That's possible?
The Kodiak is spec'd to nearly 1,000 atmospheres, but I've never actually tested that.
Guess we're gonna find out.
Status! Some kind of pulse hit us! Systems are shutting down! Brace for impact!
Everyone all right?
My suit's intact. Maybe a few bruises under it.
How's the shuttle, Cortez?
Checking now. I'll see if I can get power restored.
Copy that. We'll look around.
Busted ships, makeshift shelters. We're not the first ones down by that pulse.
Could be Leviathan's last line of defense.
Could be. Looks like there's a lot of downed ships around here.
I'm not recognizing any of those ships. They're ancient.
See what we can find. There are quite a few things to find here. I do not guarantee I will get them all. Survey data. There was a ledge there. Medkit. Datapad. Log. Adam Brooks. The hull will hold, that's what they say. Whatever god watches over ESO prospectors came through for us. Despite a hell of a smack in the water landing, the MSV Monarch displaces enough air to stay afloat. We're all thankful we're alive. Captain Pratt even ordered a champagne broken out. Helps perspective, I guess. The big puzzle? What downed us in the first place? Grinshan says it wasn't lightning, it was some kind of pulse. Directed energy weapon seems likely, but where would it have come from? There's no radio traffic. This whole bloody ocean is silent. Tonight the techs are going to try rerouting the power to get a good mass drop before getting the thrusters firing. If all goes well, we'll be airborne in 24 hours. Somehow I doubt it worked out that way. Assault rifle Omni Blade.
Any idea how old these are?
Get bones that clean. Real old.
They don't look that clean to me. Another datapad log from Shen Kunshan. Attempts to get airborne are failed every time. The damage done by the pulses, if you could call it damage, doesn't make physical sense. The connections aren't fried, but the Monarch's thrusters disengage. The distress beacon is likewise dead, but most of our electronics are still functioning. It doesn't seem to be the result of shielding. Without a distress beacon, we've got no chance. I hear bad things about ration supplies, and I think it's why the captain ordered us to collect rainwater and set up tents on the deck. It keeps us busy. Brooke has been talking about using the Triton's weapons to try blast fishing. I agree, but I haven't seen anything that looks like a fish. I wish I were an optimist. Star charts.
Commander, looks like one of those artifacts.
Explains why no one gets out of here.
Yeah. I don't want to leave that lying around. Another data pad. Dr. Chai Lin. The rations will hold us 2 days more. Brooks sent the drone to the bottom and it came up with a bioluminescent plant life. None of it is edible. I warned the crew not to eat it before my tests were done, but Romero and Mullins tried it anyway. They haven't stopped vomiting, and their dehydration wastes fresh water. We sent Kunshan's team on a raft over the wrecks. They came back with spheres, some kind of organic-based alien technology, and nothing to eat. I want to believe they'll give us some answers, but if they had helped the other ships figure out what happened, they wouldn't be here, now would they? It's getting cold. Okay, so they found these spheres. That's not good. For them, I suppose. Another data pad. Log from Captain Abel Pratt. Ramos is our first death. He tried to throw one of the spheres overboard and something happened. Kunshan and maybe 3 or 4 others started beating him like madmen. I wish I was quick enough to save him. I showed no remorse, nor even comprehension. It's clear I'm no longer in control. I held a funeral to keep order. The crew would have been at his body like wild dogs. We compromised. He will be tethered in the water to attract scavenging animals that we will catch for food. If he doesn't get a bite within 3 of this planet's days, we cut him loose as water burial. We've sealed the Tritons off. They're dangerous, especially given the crew's mental state. My kingdom for a shark. They want to eat the shark, I guess. And another one of those things.
Looks like a damaged Atlas. Different though, and it's not flying Cerberus colors.
Nice looking machine. Bet it's a wreck.
Interesting. I don't know what it is though. More spheres. And a datapad. Datapad log Encarna Camacho. Captain gets it now. He tried to lock himself in the ship, screaming that he had to fix it. We were gentle, 1 person for each limb. We let him rest on the sphere. Sometimes in the middle of the night he came around, and now he agrees. We won't leave. Why would we? I think this will be my last entry. Everyone here understands me. If anyone finds us, they might feel differently, but that can be fixed in time. It's so good not being hungry anymore. Sounds like the influence of the spheres.
Look up there!
Reaper! They were right behind us!
Protect the shuttle!
Not good.
Cortez! Situation!
Swapping out the parts, Commander. Hang on.
There seem to be quite a lot of them. Oh, that didn't do anything. Tried to throw a grenade, but appears to have failed.
Almost there, Commander.
Go. Picked up some user samples. Didn't even particularly mean to do that, but anyway.
Cortez, what happened to almost there?
Out of development, Commander. Fixing it now.
Let's hope there's no more of such developments. May not have looked like I was successful. Oh,
Cortez, I need
brutes!
that bird in the air.
Just a few seconds.
And another one.
Commander, on airborne.
Give us some cover fire.
Copy that.
I hate it when they outflank me. I'm running out of ammo. This is not one of the tents with ammo in it. What the hell?
Pulse hit me! Flight control scrambled! Damn it! Cortez is in trouble! Get to him! Commander, I've got enemy contact! Under fire!
Let's get to Cortez. There's ammo here. Also a Hydra. We'll save that. I want my squad to fall back to my location before they...
Okay, we're clear. Nice work, Commander. But there's a development. We need to talk.
Before we talk, I'm going to continue my explorations here. Because there's still stuff to find. And who knows if we'll have any more chances. More of those artifacts, but they're behind glass. I guess these are the mechs that they hid away, that they were discussing in that data pad. More ammo, which is good. Pretty sure I didn't get everything yet on this side. This is also where you find the M55 Argus if you did not pre-order, did not get it as part of the pre-order. Been here. Looks like that's pretty much everything then. Let's hope so. Well, this DLC was released so recently, I did not have that much time to scope out everything.
Status.
Shuttle's a mess, Commander. That pulse knocked it right out of the air. We're not going anywhere.
Can the Normandy extract us?
Same thing would happen to her. And the landing won't be as pretty. I'd say Leviathan has some sort of defense system in place.
Then we aren't getting out of here until we find it. So how do we do that?
Well, you might be able to use a mech. Looks like it's rigged for diving.
Diving mech?
It's a Triton model. Military grade, repurposed for deep sea exploration. As long as the seawater hasn't corroded, you should be good to go.
Well, if that's what we have to do, let's get started.
Wait a second. Are we seriously saying you're gonna...
First, we'll need to restore power to get that cargo door open.
How?
I guess we are.
These old Ballard-class ships are equipped with exterior power sockets. They use them for emergency repairs. We can strip the cells from the shuttle and use those for juice. Hang on, I'll get you started. Got a cell for you, Commander. Find somewhere to plug that in.
This is somewhat like the escort missions in the multiplayer, the pizza delivery missions. There are several places where we can plug this in. There was one over there, which is I think the easiest to get to, so I'll be using that one. The others are a bit further away. Unlike multiplayer characters though, Shepard is in fact capable of running and rolling. while holding the package. Pizza, if you will.
Another power cell for you,
Here
Commander.
they come! And get another cell, Shepard. We'll hold them off.
Okay. Don't forget we also have a Hydra. This seems like a time to try and use that. You can reuse the same socket. Note that the
Cell here.
power level keeps draining. While you are running around, so you do want to hurry. Oh. That's not good. It landed on top of me. How the hell was I supposed to avoid that? We're already there now. Okay, maybe we should have saved the Hydra.
Got a cell for you, Commander. Find somewhere to plug that in.
One more should do the trick, I hope. If I can get there fast enough. Damn it!
Cargo doors are opening, Commander. That mech is all yours. It should still have weapons capability.
That should help. It's like basically any Atlas we've ever used. Except without broken glass this time. You have to use the Atlas. If you try to take these guys out on foot, they will keep...
Looks like we're in the clear now, Commander.
They will keep coming.
Good. I need to get in the water before they come back.
Roger that. Walk the mech back to me when you're ready to dive. I should check it over first.
Of course, if you want to further explore, you can do so now. But I think I got everything.